defending Super Bowl champion, Philadelphia Eagles.
Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen ready to get this one going. Jake Bates set to get it started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here come the Eagles, and they are led by the reigning Super Bowl MVP. What a season for Jalen Hurts. Took the Eagles to the mountaintop. Now his 6th season in the NFL.
You know, the conversation around Jalen Hurts is always a difficult one because to a lot of people outside, they strictly look at the box score. They look at his passing numbers and touchdown numbers, and they say, okay, he's a second-tier quarterback. But when you look at the situation he's in, the style of play in which they ask him to do, be the field general of a very talented and very balanced offense in Philadelphia, he is the exact perfect quarterback that they need to execute that vision. So he's not going to throw for 40 touchdowns. He's not going to throw for 5,000 yards, and that's exactly the way they want it. He is as dynamic, he is as competitive, and as good as any quarterback in the NFL.
To throw on second down is Hurts. That's complete to his big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of the first down after a gain of 7.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
So on 4th down, they'll call on Braden Mann to punt. Deep for the Lions, Holly Freeman. A fair catch called for and made just beyond their own 50. So the Lions come out, and they are led again by Jared Goff. Already year 10 in the league, and half of those 10 with the Lions. Remember, took the Rams to a Super Bowl as well. What a year last year, Greg. 2nd in passing yards in the NFL.
Yeah, and all Jared Goff does every year, Mike, is lead one of the most prolific offenses in the NFL. But I'm not sure he gets the credit he deserves. I think so many people wanted to give credit to Ben Johnson and Dan Campbell, and rightfully so, as he makes this transition to kind of the next era of Lions football without Ben Johnson. I think people are going to see just how big of an impact Jared Goff had, not only in the 15 games they won last year, but they believe they have a Super Bowl contending team in Detroit.
The first down throw was incomplete, and now 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Goff. On the move left.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
3rd and 5. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. He's got his man complete. That's to Slaughter. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. 1st down, Detroit.
And the Lions, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
Off the play fake, here's Goff. He's got Laporta open on the left side. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Certainly not how they drew it up for his first catch of the game, but he's on the board, and I think the hope is continue to go his way, and next time, let's try to pick up some yards.
On second down, Goff. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. They'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
Complete to Jahmyr Gibbs. It's a gain of 6, and it's third down.
Third down, they need 5. Goff to throw. And that is incomplete. Isaac Tesla was the intended target. And that's going to lead to a fourth down.
A little miscommunication there. Now brings up third down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
On fourth down, Lions going to send out the All-Pro from a season ago, Jack Fox to punt. Back deep, Jahan Dotson. A fair catch taken here, and it's going to come right at the 15-yard line. The Eagles offense going to take over now for the second time. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. Fake the give, now it's Hurts. Over the middle to his tight end, Goddard. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Now Jalen Hurts on second down. Open receiver is Dotson. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback. Get into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 6. Hurts will try it again. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down.
And 6 yards to go.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
And he puts his head down and he picks up the first down.
A gain of 9 yards. And an Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on third down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
They'll run the counter with Barkley. Yeah. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Now a stoppage, we have an injured Lion. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Dotson, the man in motion. On first down, it's Hurts. Taking off, and Hurts wisely going to slide after he's picked up the first down.
13 more yards. That's another Eagles first down. First and 10.
And this is something the defense knew they had to contain coming in today, Mike. They worked all week on containing this quarterback, but here we are. Early on in the game, a nice scramble there, good yardage, and he's able to pick up the first down.
He's got the 2021 Heisman winner. That's Devontae Smith. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line. It is a gain of 23 yards, and now they'll have 4 shots at it. It's first and goal.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's first and goal.
Here's Barkley. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's second and goal.
No gain on the play.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. And he will go down here, but there is a marker on the field. And the defense may have gotten a head start on that one.
Still second down.
We'll try it one more time, but now a bit closer. It is second and goal. Barkley. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up third and goal.
And after putting together what's been a long and methodical drive, they suddenly find themselves on the verge of potentially stalling out. So this defense, they can get a stop here. I would feel like a pretty big win on a drive that's largely been dominated by the offense.
They'll go with the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's fourth down.
That one didn't have a chance, Mike. They do a great job of getting penetration, clogged up the run lanes, and now this offense has a decision to make here on fourth down.
This has been quite the drive. 3 points would kind of feel like a letdown, so they're going to go for it here on fourth and goal. They'll try it now with Barkley, and he barrels his way into the end zone. Saquon Barkley, touchdown Philadelphia.
You know, Mike, I think we're going to see a lot of this, and you know why? It's the new kickoff rule. So think about it. In the old days, you'd kick a field goal, you'd kick a touchback, and your opponent would have the ball on the 20. You didn't give up as much field position, but you only got 3 points. Nowadays, you go for 3 points and you kick a touchback, they get the ball on the 35. It's almost 30 yards of field position. You're just better off going for touchdowns when you get in here tight.
The extra point by Elliott is good. And the Eagles will take a 7-0 lead. Now a stoppage, we have an injured Lion. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside.
Jake
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Lions offense about ready to get going on their second possession. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Now the first carry for the Alabama speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
It's a gain of
18 yards. What a great way to start the drive. It's a first down.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
Laporta in motion. Working free downfield. It is Williams. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
36 yards.
It is a huge play for Detroit. 36 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover, and plays like this, it just shows how special he can be.
He is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
25-yard line.
So, we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. 7-0 is our score. And we're back in Philly in a moment. Lions ball to begin this second quarter. They've got it with 2nd down and 13 in front of them. Here's Goff. That's over the middle, taken in by Laporta. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line.
A gain of 15 yards.
Goff hooking up with his tight end, Laporta, and they give the Lions a first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. All they're trying to do is just clear some space for the tight end and then let him go to work in the middle of the field. Now they're set up nicely inside the red zone.
They'll go play action with Goff. He'll go right back to Laporta. And he's into the end zone. What a response. Sam Laporta. Touchdown, Detroit.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Lions will level things out at 7 apiece. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. Set to return is Xavier Gibson. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss.
And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's third down.
A gain of 1 brings up third down and 9.
A shotgun snap now to Hurts. That's taken in by Dotson. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
That's good for an Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success. They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. This one is caught by Dotson. And he's got about 5 on this one before he's out of bounds. And they're set up a little bit better for third down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Oh, he's got a man. That's caught by Brown. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
That's caught. Saquon Barkley. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Now a stoppage, we have an injured Lion. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. The Lions have got it. And now, following the turnover, we have an injured player on the field. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. That's over the middle. Caught by Tesla. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Goff gives it to Gibbs. He'll be taken down, but just like that, they are in business. It's first and goal.
13 yards. That's another Detroit Lions first down. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but
good blocking, and he's in. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Lions.
make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Bates now for the extra point. The kick is good, and the Lions will move out to a 14-7 lead.
Eagles 7.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Gibson now on the return. Woo. And he's stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Eagles offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. He'll start on the ground with Barkley. He'll manage to get 2, maybe 3 on that carry. Alex Anzalone in for the tackle.
The 28-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. Moving left, and he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a sack and a loss of a couple.
A loss of a yard.
And we've seen this time and time again. When this guy is in a groove like he is here, I mean, he's impossible to block. I mean, the offensive line, they've got to come up with a better plan to slow him down, or he's going to completely wreck this game.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Hurts. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find the receiver, and down he goes.
And there was nothing exotic about that. I mean, they were just able to generate pressure without having to bring an extra rusher, and this offense now finds themselves staring at 4th down as a result.
Here's Braden Mann now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Goff. This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest gain.
So he makes his first catch of the day, and even though it doesn't look like much, Mike, sometimes those are the touches that you can build off of. You know, it's like in basketball, what they say, sometimes you just need to see the ball go through the hoop.
Here's 3rd and 2. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. That one on target to Williams. He's got it. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half.
First down.
They pick up 17 through the air. Good for a Lions first down. Laporta in motion. On 1st and 10. Here's Goff. That's a short one caught by Laporta. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Laporta in motion. Here's a handoff to Gibbs. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. Andrew Makuba up from his safety spot to make the stop.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
First down away to the 26-yard line. And here's 3rd down. Now, Goff. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
That's good for a Lions first down. 1st and goal, Detroit.
Ball resting on the 9. First down and goal. Here's Gibbs to the 5-yard line. Here's a timeout for Philadelphia. That is their 2nd. And they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go in this first half.
2nd and goal at the 5-yard line.
The ball right on the 5-yard line. 2nd down and goal. Here's Goff. This one caught at the 4. Now the Eagles will use the last of their timeouts. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in this 2nd quarter.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
Line of scrimmage, the 3. 3rd and goal. To throw is Goff. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
I like the play call on 3rd and goal there, giving the ball to your back and seeing if he can punch it in. But now it really sets up a pretty interesting decision. Does the play caller and the head coach want to roll the dice and go for a touchdown, or are they happy just settling for a field goal?
On fourth down, that brings Jake Bates out for the Lions field goal. This, about as short as you can get. Bates' kick is good. And the Lions build their cushion to 10. It's now 17-7.
What a methodical drive to close this half out. I mean, let's not forget, Mike, they get the ball after the break as well, so they get back-to-back. They call it doubling up possessions. Last one of the first half, first one of the second half. It's a great opportunity to put some distance between you and the opponent.
Closing seconds of this first half, and this kickoff is away. And there'll be no return forthcoming, so the ball comes out to the 35.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
A first down throw for Hurts. He'll get that out to Barkley. And he's back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain before stepping out of bounds.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
On third down, it's Hurts. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to kickoff of this second half.
Jake Elliott to kick
First
off
half
for
played out a
Philadelphia.
bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line.
At their own
Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, trying to add to it. It begins with first down. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a first down.
And the Lions first down. A gain of 15.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
First down, and they stick with Gibbs. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
A gain of
12 more yards from him there, and another first down.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
Once again, it's Gibbs. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the Eagles' 47-yard line.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 9. Now Goff. Over the middle. He's got St. Brown. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line.
That's another
Goff's go-to guy, St. Brown. Amon-Ra gives the Lions a first down.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
And while it ultimately worked out for him this time, Mike, this is not a throw he wants to make a habit of, because that was risky. When he threw it, I thought that ball was being picked. I think he got away with one here, results in a big pickup, and get a fresh set of downs.
Right back to St. Brown. They connect again. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
That's good.
They go right back to him. This catch good for 11 and a first down.
10 at the 14-yard line.
A run here with Gibbs. Fighting for the goal line. They're going to stop him just short, but he has picked up the first down.
And the Lions first down. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
What a great run down here inside the red zone, Mike. It's so important that you still can run the ball. Great job here by the back. I thought for a minute he was going to score. He gets it all the way down inside the 1, and I wouldn't be surprised if they let him finish this drive off.
Trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he's going to come up short.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
On the jet sweep, here comes Williams. Trying to push the pile forward, but he's not going to get in. They stop him up short.
Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go, because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get vertical. Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
They'll try it now with Montgomery. And he will take this one across into the end zone. David Montgomery. Touchdown, Detroit. So they decide to go for the touchdown, and Greg, they get rewarded on 4th and goal with the 6 points.
Yeah, I think the safe bet there is you settle for the field goal and you're happy coming off the field with points. But not this play caller. He rolls the dice a little bit, but give credit to the offensive line. They created just enough of a lane for this back.
And, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed. So replay is going to take a look at this one and make sure it is good for 6. At issue, did the ball cross the goal line? A reminder, it just needs to be the tip of the football just breaking the front of the plane where that white goal line begins. And it needs to be indisputable, which can sometimes be difficult with all those bodies in there.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So take away the touchdown. The officials rule, in fact, he did not get the football across the plane, the goal line. A pistol snap. back to Hurts. Back to the right side. Caught by Goddard. And he's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 2-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9. Hurts working in the pistol. And he'll go right back to Goddard. He's got it again. And he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 4, but now it's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
And it looks like he's going to have the first down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive. Now a stoppage. We have an injured Lion. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. Here's 1st and 10. On play action, here's Hurts. That's going to be pulled in by Brown. And he's going to take this one all the way. 89 yards. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Elliott on now for the PAT. He's got it. And the Eagles are back to within a field goal. It's 17-14.
17. Eagles 14.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. He fields it at the 8. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Goff to throw. Catch is made. That is Williams. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
They'll have the first down. It's a gain of 28.
A 28-yard gain. First down, Lions.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. That quarterback called that play in the huddle. That ball was only going to one guy. He was the first read, the second read, and the check down, and it was called to perfection. They got the perfect look and led to a nice game.
On the handoff, this is Gibbs. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. They gain 18 yards on that one. First down, Detroit.
First and 10.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Now a stoppage, we have an injured Lion. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Second and 5. Throwing here is gone. To the outside, that's St. Brown. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
They'll run the sneak. He's going to have a Lions first down. Maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on third and inches.
Detroit Lions first down.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
Goff. Oh, man, wide open. He's got it. Rock right. Touchdown, Lions. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Lions go up by 10. 24-14 is their lead. Now a stoppage, we have an injured Lion. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Gibson now on the return. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia offense set to take over once more. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin first and 10. On play action, Hurts. That's right side. He's got Calcaterra. He's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 24-yard line.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake, Hurts. A high throw there, but a nice job to go up and get it. Now a stoppage, we have an injured Lion. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. You have a tight end motioning left here. Hurts going to hold on to this one. And he'll be met in the backfield and drop behind the line of scrimmage.
You know, Mike, it's funny when you're facing these really elite defensive linemen, sometimes it's easier to make them the read guy rather than actually try to block them. Unfortunately, they're elite for a reason, and sometimes they're still able to make the play like we saw here.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Dotson, the man in motion. To throw on 2nd down is Hurts. That'll be taken in by Farkas. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. Third down and 9. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. He'll let this go for Goddard. And that is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Dallas Goedert, that time.
Incomplete.
And now it's 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. That one out wide to Gibbs. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 22-yard line.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 5. They hand it to Gibbs. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. Good for a Lions first down.
For a Lions first down.
Two-possession lead, 4th quarter. This is the time, Mike, when you really can rely heavily on your run game. Everybody in the stadium knows you're going to run it, including the defense. They just can't come up with an answer to stopping it.
From the gun, here's Gibbs. He's got room to the 45. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
A gain of
22 yards to pick up there. First down, Detroit.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the fourth quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
They'll run the draw with Gibbs. Not much there, maybe a yard.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 9. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. That's right side and into the hands of Tismar. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
That's another.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the fourth quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back. It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
He makes one man miss, but stopped quickly as they hold him to a gain of 1.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
From the gun, on 3rd down, it's Goff. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. Inside the 30. And he rumbles his way into the end zone. The fumble recovery. And the great return for the touchdown. Greg, what a terrible play for the offense. You're trying to gain some momentum. Here you not only lose the handle of the ball, you hand the defense 6 points.
And Mike, how often do we see that when a player loses the ball, his confidence is not far behind? And I think in this case, that's where the coaching comes in. Put your arm around him. Hey, we're giving you the ball in this next possession. We believe in you. They've got to get this player back into the flow of the game after that back-breaking turnover that led to the defensive touchdown.
Elliott now for the extra point. The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3, a field goal here in the fourth quarter. So they've cut into the lead, now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. This will be returned from the 6. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. And you look at his numbers as a pass catcher in this one. They've lined him up in different spots, shifted him around, and they've made him a real weapon in the passing game. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Goff. That's caught by Gibbs. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down.
7-yard pickup.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 3. Now, Goff. Forced out wide. He's going to tuck it and go. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. Give him 11 on the scramble. And give them a new set of downs.
11 on the play. First down, Detroit.
And he just continues to show the ability to extend drives with his legs. It's not something people immediately bring up when they talk about him, Mike, but as we've seen, he's more than capable of making something happen whenever the opportunity presents itself.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Laporta in motion. On second down, Goff. On target to Laporta.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
This crowd into it now as we get to third down. That's over the middle. Caught by Tesla. 17 yards on that play. Good for a Lions first down.
That's good for a Lions first down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense. You don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock, but the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the fourth quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that third down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up first downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. To throw is Goff. Throwing left side, and it's taken in by Williams. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. A pickup there of 13. First down, Detroit.
First down. A gain of 13 yards. And the Lions first down.
Goff with the give to Montgomery. So the Eagles will use their first time out here. Not much happening there, just a short gain.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
From the 25, here's second and 8. Goff to throw. Right side, it's Laporta, the tight end. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. They'll empty out the backfield, line up for third and 3. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. To throw is Goff. That one on target to Williams. He's got it. The defense uses its second timeout here, and don't forget, clock going to stop when we hit the 2-minute warning as well.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's first and 10. Now Goff. There's that man again. Another catch. And And third and final timeout taken by the defense, so a 2-minute warning, the only clock stoppage they have left.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
2nd and a yard. And they continue to churn out first downs. What a drive. It continues now with 1st and goal.
Sometimes, Mike, the best plan is also the simplest plan. And for this team, just snap the ball to your quarterback, let him find some daylight, and go get that first down himself.
2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. From back at the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal. They'll run with Gibbs. Good blocking, and he's pinned. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit. That his 2nd touchdown tonight.
And that's exactly how you stress all week, finishing a game. Get the ball and leave no doubt. But that late touchdown, Mike, that should all but just seal this victory away.
Here's Bates for the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Lions will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter.
Eagles 21.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. On the return, it's Tank Bigsby. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. That's A.J. Brown and the rest of the Eagles offense set to take over once more. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early. Boy, did that pay great dividends to this point. This is 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. That's to the left side and taken in by Smith.
Complete to number 6, Devontae Smith. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
Here's 2nd down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He'll look underneath here for Barkley. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. A pickup of 14 on that one. 1st down, Philadelphia.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the 2nd half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
First pass, complete to Jahan Dotson. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 47-yard line.
So a win for the visitors, the Lions. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, they got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that was the difference in this one. And that'll do it For my partner, Greg Olson, for our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Philadelphia, good night.